Well, how's it going, everyone? Um, just gonna wait for some people to pop in here, talk about Screen Six, obviously, more of it. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna wait till some people get in here, like I said, and yeah, so very excited. As I said, my other live stream, very excited for the movie. 1 minute, guys. I'm trying to figure out something here. Um, some reason it's this thing is like all messing up. Pull it up here. I have a lot of issues right now. Um, not screw it. I'll just use that for this live stream. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, I'm very excited for this movie. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know that channel, um, the other channel there that just showed it showed the Golden Playbook. That's actually my other channel, which is very just in case you guys don't know, that's my football channel. Um, so my Notre Dame football channel, by the way. So just want to let you guys know that. Um, I don't know if any one of you knew that I had a football channel. I have actually a couple football channels. I do some, different stuff too. Talk about different stuff. Um, but yeah, so Scream Six, man, getting really, really pumped for this movie. Like I said, uh, comes out next Friday and it's coming pretty quick. Um, now I don't know if you guys know about like tomorrow. Tomorrow, this movie called Creed, Creed 3 comes out, which I'm really excited for that movie as well. But I think I'm more excited for the Scream movie, Scream 6. Um, that comes out next Friday, like I said. So it's very it's coming pretty quick. So try to wait for some people to get in here in the chat for a minute here. But I'm just gonna basically start talking a little bit. Um, so I really think that obviously you guys know I think that this movie is definitely gonna make more than Scream Five. Definitely gonna make more. Um, Scream Five is not as good. You guys know my opinions about it, but I think this movie is definitely gonna be a step up for sure. Um, the chase scenes and all that just kind of goes to show, that it's gonna outdo Scream Five, honestly, in the setting too. But um, I'm already seeing a lot of stuff in this movie that I've noticed already. Like I've noticed that there is um this it just seems like, watching the trailer, it seems like there's more creativity in the trailer, you know? Um, I don't know if it's just me or not, but that's just the way I feel personally. I think that this movie is definitely, going to be a step up. 100% believe that. And as I said, the trailer kind of shows all, like, it doesn't give away too much stuff, but it shows quite a bit of stuff. It gives us, something to, look forward to. Um, Nothing too crazy. It doesn't give away too much. But definitely something that I'm very excited for, and definitely something to, to look forward to. Next Friday is the release date when it comes out. Very excited for the movie. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna wait for some people to pop in. Obviously, doing it a little earlier today because a lot of people. Um, there were some people. I did the live stream, what, like last. I think it was a couple nights ago, I believe, and nobody could make it to the stream. Like, I think everybody was probably sleeping more than likely because it was late. But I'm here, I'm back, waiting for some people to pop in, hopefully. Um, I do know that there is another stream going on, as we speak, which is, um, I shot him 6 times, has his stream going right now. So hopefully I don't interfere, with what he's doing, but I just hope that I get, hopefully some people, you know, pop in at least for, a little bit, give me, ask me some questions and whatnot. But um, so yeah, um, very excited. There's some exciting movies, coming up. I don't know of any other exciting movie other than, Creed, and obviously Scream 6, which Scream 6 is probably my most excited. I'm more excited for that because it's obviously horror, but um, I'm very excited. Just this movie just gonna have a different setting in it, man. It's just so it just seems like it's gonna be a better movie than Scream 5. Um, and I really do believe that it will be. I truly believe 100% that it will be better than, Scream 5. But the question is Radio Silence, are they gonna do any dumb stuff in this movie? You know, that's something that we're gonna have to wait for. Are they gonna do anything like dumb? Like, let's say like the Gale's character or something like that. That really, as you guys know, I talked about that quite a few times, in my videos as well. I talked about it in my other live stream when I said that I think that, Gale's probably most likely gonna die in this movie. Now, a lot of people don't really think that she is gonna die because obviously, um, people think it's kind of like wrong to kill her off after Dewey, but we all know that Radio Silence is trying to, move on, with their characters. So that's just my take on that. So that's what I think. I think they're trying to get rid of like the old characters and move on with the new. And, you know, a lot of people were very upset, which I could understand. A lot of the fan base, a lot of the Scream fans, very upset about what they did to David Arquette in terms of like um the way they approached him and all that. Like, it wasn't right. It just didn't seem right to me. It could have been a little better. But a lot of Scream fans in general are just worried that this movie is gonna be all about just for fan service. Like, just the Stu return possibly could be just for fan service. A lot of people have a lot of their concerns um with that, but I think that this movie should do pretty good, if I'm being honest with you. Um, I think this movie's gonna be better than Scream Five. I actually already like it better than Scream Five already because it's just it's just the setting. The setting of the movie doesn't go. It goes to show. It goes to show that this movie's gonna be even better than um. It's gonna be even better than Scream Five, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna wait for some people. Obviously, still. Um, 1 minute here. See real quick. Um, oh, yeah. You could also change these too as well. That's pretty cool. I didn't really recognize that, but anyways, so um, back to Scream Six. So there's obviously other. There's not any other horror movies out right now. Um, I think Scream Six is like the only horror movie that's coming out, as far as I know. Um, Halloween's obviously going to be done probably for a while. I don't know what to expect from that either. Like the Halloween franchise, I don't know where that's going to go. But after Scream Six, hopefully, because I 100% think that this movie is definitely we're definitely getting to Scream Seven, and if this movie does way better than um Scream Five, we're definitely gonna get a Scream Seven. But um the question is, how long will Radio Silence make these movies though? Like especially like after like Scream Seven or Scream Six, we don't even know if Scream Six is gonna do good. But as I said already, I just repeated myself. I just said that I think that it's gonna make more than Scream Five. So I definitely think that this movie is it's definitely gonna be a step up. I believe 100%. Instead of a step down. I think there's gonna be some moments in the movie probably that are probably gonna be like worthless. I think it's not gonna be perfect, of course. I don't think it's gonna be perfect. Um, but do I think it's gonna be better than Scream Five? Absolutely. Like I think it's gonna be better than Scream Five, and also, um, I do think yeah, there's gonna be some moments in the movie that's like a little corny, which that's the way it is in movies nowadays. A lot of movies are just corny, just unrealistic scenes. Um, like let me just give you guys an example. So, like Scream Five, right? Scream Five was pretty corny in my eyes, right? Okay. So you mean to tell me that Sam and Richie is all of a sudden gonna know where Dewey lives somehow? Like they're automatically just gonna go to where he lives, and all of a sudden they magically know where he lives. You know, that's just right there. I don't understand how though. I don't understand how they knew like where he lived the whole time. Like that's just kind of corny on itself, but it's whatever. I guess it's a movie, right? Um, so that was probably the most corniest part about Street Five, and also um, just Richie and Amber as killers. I didn't really care for them at all. I didn't really care for him, especially Richie. Richie was just too weird for me. I don't know. But I just didn't really care for Scream Five like that. And I'm sure you guys all of you who's watched my channel, you guys know that. Like, you guys know I don't like. I don't hate Scream 5, but I just don't. It's definitely not my favorite. Like, it's on my, when I rank it, it's, my last. It's at the very bottom, of my rankings. So that's just my, initial thoughts about that. I think that this movie, hopefully the killers are just as creative and more creative, than um more than Scream 5's. Because Scream 5, obviously, they had no creativeness in that movie, no chase scenes, you know, there's no creativeness whatsoever. And somehow people think that's a good movie. Like somehow people think that that movie is, better than the other Scream movies and whatnot. Like, and those people have, everybody has a right to their own opinion. But at the end of the day, I totally disagree with that. Um, so that's just my honest opinion. Scream 5 is never going to outdo the original or outdo the old Screams, in my opinion. I think the old Scream movies are always going to be better, hands down, in my opinion. You know, the old Scream movies are always going to be better. So that's just honestly my opinion personally. I think that the old Scream movies, just the creativeness in those, the chase scenes, um, the phone calls, all that stuff, and the old Scream movies are just that. That's what made those movies like unique, you know. And then Scream 5, they were showing a tribute to Wes Craven, but yet they didn't add any chase scenes. Like, come on, man. Like, get real, like, I don't want to make this live stream like a rant or nothing, but I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to speak truth. And this is how I feel about Scream 5. And a lot of people don't like Scream 4, but yet again, then again, I kind of understand. But I have to disagree with that because Scream 4, in my opinion, is probably the most underrated. Well, I think you guys know that I think Scream 3 is the most underrated, but Scream 4 is definitely um Scream 4 is definitely, underrated too because of the chase scenes and whatnot. Um, but that's just my, honest, thoughts on that. I just think that, Scream 4 is the most underrated. Like Scream 3 is the most underrated, but Scream 4 is also underrated. And a lot of people think give it crap because honestly, I don't know why, to be honest, I don't know why people give it crap. Um, I'm assuming it's because maybe they just didn't like the killers. Maybe they didn't like, Charlie as the killer, which I agree with that. I agree that Charlie wasn't a good killer. A lot of people, like Charlie as a killer, but me personally, I don't like Charlie as a killer. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't like Charlie as a killer. I think Charlie was just fishy. I just think he wasn't like a killer to me. So that's just my honest opinion. I actually like Jill way more than him. Um, and honestly, I liked um Richie more than him. Definitely more than him. But that's just me, guys. Um, Still nobody in here yet, as I see. Just kind of waiting until some people get in here, but it's probably going to take a little bit until somebody gets in here. So just wait and see what happens here, right? But yeah, guys, like I'm very, very, very excited for this film. You know, I really am. Aside from us not getting Sydney though in the movie, which I could understand why she's not in the movie. I mean, I could, I would do the same, I would do the exact same thing. You know, you take a girl like Nev Campbell, right? A lady like Nev Campbell, who's basically a yeah, girl like Nev Campbell, who is basically a millionaire, because that's what she is. She's worth like 10 million, right? In the movie industry. She has done a lot of movies, and these people are being greedy and not giving her what she deserves. And that's the real reason why she's not in the movie, you know? That's just really petty to me. Um, I think that's just really petty to me. Um, and a lot of the actors are very upset about it too, and I can understand why. I could totally understand why. Um, that's just my opinion, about the whole situation. You know, I definitely think that. Um, 1 minute. I just did it again. Hold up here. There we go. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that again. But feel free, anybody in the comments, anybody that's watching this video right now or watching this live stream, feel free, like I said, to comment down, comment in the comments, ask me some questions and whatnot, you know. I'm still waiting for some people to get in here, but hopefully some people get in here sooner or later, you know. Um, so yeah, that's just my opinion personally. Um, I think that this movie is definitely going to do better than Scream 5 100%. But aside from this, guys, I want to talk about a little bit about, like Halloween and all that, because Halloween is definitely a franchise that's a lot of people are going to miss for right now. Um, Halloween is definitely, I don't know how long it's going to be until we get another one, but should definitely be, pretty cool, pretty, awesome, in my opinion, whenever we get a new one. So I'm basically going to be kind of talking about like how long I think personally it will take, for us to get another Halloween movie. So I definitely think that Halloween is definitely going to be, I would say Halloween's going to be, we're probably not going to get another one for like another like 5 years, 10 years to be honest. Um, it'll probably be like 5 years though. So that's just my opinion. And there's a lot of, theories as to what they're going to do, when they do make another one, like what direction they're going to go. Are they going to make, are they going to, make a sequel to Halloween 4? Um, just a lot of interesting stuff that a lot of people, really, 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 a lot of interesting stuff that people really, want, including me, I think having a sequel to Halloween 4 would probably be the best thing, probably um, the best thing that we've seen, right? Best thing that probably is gonna. Okay, so Halloween Ends obviously was a step down. We all know Halloween Ends was a step down, right? And you guys know that I did not like the movie. Just the way that Corey character in the movie was just very unlikable. Um, I just didn't like him, you know? I just didn't care for him at all. He was just unlikable in my opinion. Um, so that's just my opinion personally. So I just personally think that this movie, this new movie that they're gonna, in the next 5 years, I think it's gonna be hopefully better. But because Blumhouse is not gonna be involved no more. Um, Blumhouse is looking forward to making the Freddy Krueger movies, right? Um, and we talked about that in the channel as well. That they're you know trying to find they're trying to talk to Robert Englund to play Freddy Krueger again. So that's what it like sounds like, but we don't know 100% like if that's gonna happen, because his age, um, he's getting to that age now where he probably can't really do as much as he used to, but certainly would be cool if he could, if he did. Um, Damn, man, it's still waiting. Sorry for my language, but still waiting for some people to get in here. Um, oh, it's Blucka. How's it going, Blucka? How you doing, bud? Blucka says Blumhouse going to snatch up that Scream franchise and finding it, are asking it aren't like yes, absolutely. I agree with you on that, and I also think that like Blumhouse. I think after Radio Silence is done making these movies, I could definitely see um I could definitely see, Blumhouse getting like the rights to the movie, to the Scream movies. Because what else is Blumhouse going to be doing after, obviously they're going to be doing the Freddy, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. That's what they're trying to do, and they're trying to, get Robert Englund. But um, who's to say that they're not going to get the rights to the Scream movies in the future? You know, especially after Radio Silence makes these movies, which we don't know. We don't know how long that's going to be, but definitely something that's going to be very, very, interesting to see. Um, and I honestly don't want Blumhouse to make the Scream movies because I think they would be even worse than Radio Silence. I'm not saying that any Radio Silence is bad or anything, but I'm just saying that Radio Silence just doesn't deserve, you know, or Blumhouse doesn't deserve the rights. I I just don't really like Blumhouse, but I definitely think Radio Silence is probably better than them at making films because we all know that Blumhouse, really, 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 I don't even know what they did to Halloween Ends, to be honest, but definitely agree with that. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good, man. Thank you for coming into the live stream. I was waiting for somebody to pop in here. We're just talking some Scream 6, Halloween, whatever, whatever you want to talk about, man. You know, it's a horror channel, you know, we could theorize, do whatever. Blumhouse was the runner-up to winning the rights to Scream according to reports, so they probably still went in on that action. Yeah, I definitely think so, but I don't think that they're gonna do it like right now. Right now, I think they're doing it, and probably after Scream 7 when they're gonna, do that. That's just my opinion. They're probably gonna try to get the rights probably after Scream 7, but we don't know how long Radio Silence is gonna have the rights, to these movies or Paramount. Um, We don't know how long they're gonna have the rights to the movies, but as long as they keep doing good, I guess, that's basically we basically know how long they're gonna have how long they're gonna have the rights. So definitely agree with that though. I feel like Scream Six is going to be very predictable unless they had a trailer with no scenes from the movie, which will kind of cheapen the hype behind trailer reviews. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I definitely think that Scream Six is definitely going to be kind of predictable in some ways. The trailer kind of showed us a little bit, um, like Josh Segarra's character, standing there in the train, subway train. You know, just that look he had in his face. It's kind of predictable. That I really think that he's probably going to be like one of the killers, to be honest. Um, Let me know what your thoughts about that, what your thoughts are on that. But I really think that he is definitely going to be one of the killers. Um, I hope, I hope I'm wrong because I don't want it to be like predictable because it's a screen film. But you know, it kind of looks like that. Especially in the trailer. They will probably make a mindless, story movie for Scream Six, and then Scream Seven brings back Sid and Stu. Maybe a villain that is supposed to be shocking for Sam to be relevant in the story. Yep, yep. I totally agree with that. I've been saying this so many times. I said this so many times in my videos. Like, I definitely think that Sydney or Nev Campbell she could definitely negotiate, with Radio Silence, and then she could be in Scream Seven, and then on top of that, you could bring Stu back, you know, and Stu, I think that it's gonna be in Scream Seven when he does come back. Um, he's everybody knows that he's a character or the actor Matthew Lillard, wants to come back like so bad. Like I don't know if you know that or not. Um, he said that in many interviews, he said that he wants to come back, but it's kind of, we don't really know at this point, I guess, because Matthew Lillard is kind of, I don't know if he's in bad terms with Paramount, but because what they did to Sydney or Nev, because I heard that he was very upset about that situation. So I don't know if he's still down to, come back or not, or if he's, saying, screw that movie. I have no idea what he's thinking, but hopefully he does come back, and hopefully Sydney comes back, aka Nev Campbell. Um, I think that's the only way, to bring him back. Really, you have to have Sydney in some ways because Sydney was the one um, to basically throw the TV on him, right? So he would want to, go after her. So that's just why I think it would fit more, for Sydney, for him to go after Sydney as opposed to, Sam. I feel like we got two final cast outcomes: Popular Sam, Chad, Tara, and Gail are the exact opposite of Screen 2 outcome. Sam, Jess, Cindy, and Gail. Hey, man, that's what I tend to think. I tend to think that Josh Segarra is definitely going to be, you know, like the Derek of this film. Like he's going to be the boyfriend of Sam or whatever in this movie. Um, that's what I definitely think. I think that he's definitely going to be, the boyfriend of Sam. It's going to be like kind of like the Derek character in Scream 2. But I think this time, I think he's going to be the killer. which is kind of repeating it, repeating the other movies. Um, Sydney had a boyfriend, obviously Billy, he was the killer. Derek, obviously, he was the only boyfriend that wasn't, right? So a lot of people, I don't know how people would feel about that, to be honest. About Josh, being Sam's, boyfriend, and then all of a sudden he's the killer, that wants to kill her or something like that, just like Richie did. But I don't know how people would feel about that. But that's kind of similar to, Scream 2. Would feel weird if they had a new character survive Scream 6 because how much he really built that character in the minimal screen time of 6 and whatever 7 brings. So maybe no new character survive. Maybe not. Maybe not. I've been saying that, Mindy, like Mindy, she doesn't, I don't think she survives this movie. I truly don't. I think that she's definitely going to die in this movie. Um, is she going to die in the train? No, I don't think she's going to die in the train, but I do think that she is going to die at some point in the movie. Like a lot of people tend to think that, that's her death scene in the trailer because, the killer is grabbing her, grabbing her face and all that. Um, but I tend to think that it's some kind of like dream sequence, something like that. Like I don't know 100% if that's the case, but I definitely think that that could be very possible too. That it could be like a dream sequence maybe she's having, maybe some hallucinations, you know, of Ghostface that she sees Ghostface in illusion like illusions or whatever. Um, I could see that happening, but also I could also see her dying like later in the movie. And I could also see that being a prankster. I could totally see that being a prankster and not, you know, not the real killer. I understand a lot of people say, oh, New Yorkers don't really care, about that sort of stuff, but they really don't, to be honest. So I kind of tend to think maybe it is possible she does die in that scene. I don't know, you know. I guess we'll see, right? If they do go the exact opposite of Scream 2, having Josh and Mindy survive would be the President slash Randy at living and Tara slash Ted dying would be the Gail Newman. Yes, for sure. I think killing Tara and Chad is like killing, Gail and Dewey. Like, because I think Chad is definitely going to be the new Dewey character. And Tara, I think Tara might be a lot of people they were trying to, pull for they're trying to make it look like she's the final girl, but what if she wasn't? What if they, decided to do something different and said, we made her look at the final girl in Scream 5, but how about we change it up in Scream 6 and make her like a Gale type character or something like that. And then like, like Sam will be like the final girl, the actual final girl, and not Tara. That would kind of be kind of something different because we think that Tara is the final girl, and then in Scream 6, all of a sudden she just like miraculously dies or something, and turns out she's not. Like that would be pretty crazy. It basically turns into a Scream What If storyline because of how cheap the writing is. Yep, for sure. I agree with that. Like, I just don't. I just don't want Radio Silence, to ruin, the Scream films in any way. I felt like Scream 5 was probably it was just it was atrocious. I think that film was just atrocious to me. I just don't understand what they were trying to go get at there. No chasings, no nothing. Um, no nothing. You know, it was just like, and then they had a tribute to Wes Craven, but yet they didn't add, the one thing that Wes Craven did have, the chase scenes. So it's just like you showed tribute to Wes Craven, but yet you didn't add his chase scenes. So if Mindy doesn't die, it's solely because she's the representation. Okay. Yep. Yep. They're basically rehashing what I really think Mindy, honestly, is like the Randy character. And this is the reason why I think that she's totally gonna die in this film. It's because they killed Randy in Scream 2. Like, you guys don't remember, if you don't remember, they had him in Scream 1996, but he wasn't even in the movie. He only survived one Scream movie, right? So it was kind of upsetting that they decided, in Scream 2 to, end him, but the way they did. But I definitely think that they're gonna do the same to Mindy. I don't think she's gonna die the same way, but I think she's definitely gonna die in this film. She's gonna follow the footsteps of Randy in this film, like because this movie is basically like another like sequel, right? So kind of makes a lot of sense. Tara isn't the final girl. It would be too awkward to switch it up now. Yeah, that's what they kind of made it look like, though. Like in Scream 5, they kind of made it look like, she was the final girl. With the opening scene, her getting attacked or whatever. Um, Sam was more like Sydney in like Scream 3, you know? So that's why I think Sam was mostly like the final girl. Um, because she seemed like like Scream 3 Sydney. Like, so that's just my opinion. So I think Tara could miraculously get killed off in this film just for shock value. Or maybe she does live and maybe she is like the new like Gale. You know what I mean? So and then Chad's like the new Dewey. And maybe Chad, maybe they'll do maybe they'll, rehash the same story again. You know? Dewey and Gale got together. Chad and Tara will get together or something like that. It would be like the same rehash, like rehash of the other films, which is what I don't want because it'd be like the same thing, similar. Scream 5 was an excluded. Yep, 100% agree with that. Just a terrible film. That's just me though, man. A lot of people have a lot of people love Scream 5 for what it is, like, and I don't like hate it. It's just hard to watch sometimes. There's no creativeness. Team Six is the biracial couples film. Yep, basically, it's basically like it seems like that's what they're going with. That they're trying to rehash Scream Two, and I hope that's not the case. But um, I don't know. I heard that there's going to be a college involved in this film because obviously, they're we all know, man. Scream Two is in college too, man. And you just never know what they're going to do. Oddly enough, with all the exclusion agents were still left out, I wonder if that is because China won't allow them in their country. Huh. Actually, I have no idea. Exclusion agents were. Oh. Huh, that's very, very interesting. I don't even know. Um, you said Asians were still left out. I wonder if it's because China won't allow them in there. Yeah, maybe, man. Definitely. 100%. But yeah, Blanca, thank you for coming in and the chat for a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of racist people in this world, man. You know, a lot of people are just against each other. It's just, it's very weird. But yeah, I think here in a minute, I'm gonna be, getting off of here. I just thought I would, pop on here for just a minute. Oh, I don't understand this exclusion movement, but then leaving a group out because they don't want to film your content. I know. It seems like a lot of these movie companies in general are just racist people, you know? That's what it seems like, you know? That's just, I feel like there's a lot of racial, racist, movie companies out there, a lot of racist, people, that just, I don't even know what to say. There's a lot of hatred, out there. Yep. Like, why are you gonna leave a group out just because they don't want to film your content? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's like people are just so like negative, you know. It's crazy. Try to appeal to the biggest group. Right. Try to appeal to the biggest groups, and then you have dumb people out there that want to keep you out just because you don't want to film their content, like, or you don't want to film they don't want to film your Like, come on, man. Like, people are just, I just don't, yeah. I don't understand people sometimes, you know. And by the way, speaking of negativity, I get a lot of negativity on the channel, in my comments sometimes, like in my videos or whatever. I get a lot of negativity in and a lot of people disagree with me. A lot of people call me bums. They call me a bum, for thinking, thinking, making um, have my own opinion or whatever. I just get tired of it after a while. I don't bother to comment or anything like that. It's just my opinion. I just don't. People have their own opinions. I just let them say what they want to say. Writing is to have better amount of rules. Modern character, right? Yep, 100%. It seems like a lot of movie directors and a lot of people in general are just like racist. They don't want certain people in the movie just because, maybe because of their skin color, maybe because, I have no idea, man. I don't know if it's their skin color, the way they look. I don't know, man. It's weird, but you can't let people get to you. Word shouldn't have. Yeah, I can understand. I understand that. You know, I don't let it get to me. I just keep doing my content. I let people, be negative all that. So I just wanted to point that out there. I don't know if anybody. I don't know if you have a channel of your own or anything like that. Um, but just letting you know, man, there's if you do make a channel, there's a lot of negative people out there. Obviously, all you do is just ignore them, especially if you have your own opinion about something, they like bash you like for no like, you know. So I just kind of ignore them. But yeah, great stream so far. Yep, internet is full of trolls. You just got it. Yep, exactly, man. Just keep on doing you. Keep on making your content. And people want to be negative, let them. That's just all I gotta say. Like I was making a video. I made a video about I think Stu or something like that, and somebody in the comments was just like, "Let it go, dude." Like, and I was just like, "But yet you clicked, Like that's what I said to him. I said, "Yet you clicked the video." It's just like, yet they clicked the video, but yet they want to be, negative. It's just like don't watch the content if you don't like it. Then. But yeah, definitely, definitely. Scream Six, man. Blucka, are you excited for this movie? 'Cause I know I am. It comes out next Friday. I know a lot of people are not gonna want to, watch um this movie. He said nope. And why is that? You think it's gonna be worse than Scream Five, or do you think I feel like I have 199 at 122 minutes mapped out unless the trailers lie to us. Hey man, I feel you on that. I feel you on that 100%. But for me, it's a Scream film, so I have to watch it. You know, I have to still. I can't just not watch a Scream film. I have to watch it, no matter how bad it may look, how embarrassing it may look. I'm not gonna, turn it down. That's just me though. A lot of people feel that way though, like you, man. A lot of people feel like not only is this, people think that this movie's gonna be worse than Scream Five, and a lot of people just think they need to quit making Scream movies. You know, um, a lot of people think that they should have made, they should have stopped making Scream movies after Scream Three. And I kind of tend to agree with that in some ways. But then again, fans, there's many a lot of fans of the Scream franchise that, you know, they deserve more, in my opinion. If I'm being honest, they deserve, more entertainment, in my opinion. So that's why I think they decided, to bring it back. But yeah, I kind of agree that Scream 3 should have been the last, probably should have been the last Scream movie. 20 minutes, 20, excuse me, 20-minute intro for the longest in the franchise. 10-15 minute group and gather and catch up on what they were doing. 5 to 10 minute Quinn uh, sequence. 10 minute sequence. Hmm. So you just feel like they maybe are giving a lot of stuff away, probably, because I feel like they did a good job in terms of like not showing like her like getting attacked, like not showing the whole like attack. They kind of like cut it out, a little bit. Um, Martin, just name about one each. Yeah, I actually, I feel you. I feel you on all your points. For me personally, I just have to, I have to watch the movie no matter what. It's a screen film, you know. I'm a fan of this franchise, I'm a diehard fan of this franchise. So, I have to watch it. Can't You can't have a screen film and then me say, "Oh, I'm not watching that piece of crap." I'm sorry, that's just not me. I have to watch it. Like, I have to. Can't I can't miss out. Can't. That's how much of a diehard fan I am of this franchise. They want to let you know what characters care about Santerre. Character could die. Anyone else? They want to show you juicy content, which is a pretty. Want to show you juicy content, which is pretty much all series. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I can totally agree with that. And I said that I don't know if you were here, Blanca, but when I said that I think that Gale could possibly die in this film, um, because what Radio Silence did, David Arquette, and I said that Radio Silence is trying to move off of the OG characters, and they're trying to move on, with their own, and I still think that's the truth. You know, I tend to think that's still the truth, but I guess we'll have to see. I'm not ruling it out though. Like, I still think that they're gonna move on with their characters. I think that they're gonna kill Gale off in some stupid way. Like, it's hard to make an animated trailer when all your content is pretty much sequences and not part of everything. Yeah, I feel you on all of it, man. Like I said, you know, I respect your opinion. I like Scream Night Said had the pencil die in a middle sequence. It was fate sucking and it's dry. Right. So you're basically saying that like the trailer is basically like giving a lot of stuff away for you, like because for me, yeah, I mean, if you want to get kind of, I mean, it kind of did give a lot of way, a lot of things away. You kind of know what scenes we're gonna get, Subway, um, and whatnot. Gale obviously gets attacked. We all know that because they showed that. But you know, if they had not showed that though, I don't think we would be as hyped. Because we don't know what to expect. You know, and a lot of people think that it's better not to show that. Yeah, because then you want to be shocked and all that. But at the same time, I think it just gets people more hyped for the movie. When they show that kind of stuff, when they show um, certain scenes that maybe that's in the trailer that we know, like we know that Gale gets attacked. You can show parts of those scenes and not ruin anything. I mean, yeah, yeah, they kind of did show a lot of stuff. I will admit that. If the shrine scene is the start of Act Three, you have Jack, Dermot, Josh, Annika, Tara, Sam, Chad, Mindy, Gale, and Kirby. So if you think it's a returning character, you have a 3 out of 4 or four chance. Yeah, and a lot of people seem to think that Charlie or something like that is somehow like alive still, and he supposedly survived his stab wounds. When Sydney or when Jill stabbed him, and I just say it time and time again. Scream, you just never know, but in my opinion, I don't think that he's coming back. I don't think he's alive like people think. That's just my honest opinion. So, I mean, yeah, is there a chance for it to be a returning character that we know? Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be Charlie. A lot of people think it's going to be Charlie, but I just don't. I don't buy it. I think that he died. He got stabbed in the heart. To guess the ghost, yeah, for sure. And we basically kind of know, and I bet you, I bet you that Jack, Josh, and uh, Dermot is gonna be the killers. Like your three killers. You know, Dermot's gonna be. I think Dermot is the therapist, or am I right or am I wrong? I forget. I think Dermot is the one that's the therapist. So I think he's the one that's probably gonna be one of the killers. To be honest, think about it. The trailer showed pretty much all the sequence, which is probably going to be a little bit of a chase into the bone devil. So 10-15 minutes of movie where maybe you don't know three, no three. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I totally understand what you mean. Um, I totally understand what you mean. I know how you feel. Screen Five did terrible. Screen Five was just atrocious. Like I think Screen Five is just like I don't even know how to explain it. A cancer, basically, to the Scream franchise. In my opinion, it was just boring. Like like I said, I don't hate it, but like I said again, there's no creativeness, no chasing. So no chasing. You don't have no chasing. You don't have what makes Ghostface great. What Ghostface the Ghostface character is about. You know why the hell should I watch the movie? Why should I care enough to like it? Like the train sequence is probably going to be where the group splits up before yeah, probably. You're probably right with most of this. The Gale sequence is 15 minutes, and you pretty much know everything but the conclusion to it. So that is basically 30 to 40 minutes of the movie. And right, right. But we just don't know who the killers are. That's like I said, that just makes the Scream franchise. That's what makes the Scream franchise great. Is that you don't know who the killer is. Um, the Who Done It movie, so that's what I'm very excited for. To be honest, basically speculating in the whole movie is They showed the together group together in an apartment, so that is probably 10, 15 minutes on all the characters here. And yep, 100%, 100%. I feel you on all of it, man. You know, listen, yeah, I agree. They kind of did, give a lot of stuff away, but I'm pretty happy, with um. I'm still gonna go watch it, It's a Scream movie, so I have to. Big actors to just be slated in there, and so they'll probably be the star power cameo intro. Jade Power. I've always said that Samara is probably gonna die, probably in the opening scene. Um, there's the alleyway scene supposedly in the film, so looks like she may die in that part, the alleyway. Feel cheesy, so it's probably Annika, Josh, Jack, and Dermot's killers. Or three that foreign. Yep, and I already said that Josh Segura, Jack Champion, and Dermot are probably gonna be the killers. And then the fourth killer is probably gonna be the leader, which the leader is gonna get away and end up in Scream 7, in my opinion. And that leader could possibly be no other than Stu Macher, right? And I really hope it is, but we don't know. I'm not saying I have to watch it with all this negativity. I'm basically just saying why I'm not excited. Okay, my bad, man. Um, yeah, I understand what you mean. Like you're basically explaining why you're not excited. Like, um, which I can which I can understand because you kind of know what's gonna happen, but I'm just excited to see how the movie plays out. With the scenes that we didn't see, in the trailer. It would only make sense that the killer is relative to somebody from Scream 4 or Scream. Yep, I definitely think so. I 100% agree with that because if you really think about it, right? Scream 4, obviously you got Kirby in the movie, which she is um, Kirby is from Scream 4. So I think that's having her in the movie is definitely gonna, maybe somebody's gonna be like obsessed with her probably. Maybe Jill has a relative. Maybe Charlie has a relative. Um, maybe Richie has a relative. Maybe in this movie from Scream 5. Who knows? But I think it's going to be somebody probably from Scream 4. And a lot of people are saying that Charlie or whatever, theorizing that Charlie Walker is somehow, coming back into this film. Like, but I just don't see it. I think it's unrealistic. Donovan Vince Neil. Yep, for sure. Screen Six trailer felt like I was watching it with on a plane and lost connection every time seeing was getting to a dark. Yeah, yeah, they kind of showed a lot, but it gets fans, hyped, for some of it. A lot of fans don't know what to expect. Of course, they know like what happened somewhat, but A lot of fans though get really excited for this type of stuff. Especially when they see like the sighting and what scenes that they're gonna get. You know. Well, Blanca, thank you for coming on the chat. I think that I'm gonna be headed off here. Um, I'm gonna be signing out. Thank you for coming into the chat, hanging out with me for a little bit. Um, I'm gonna get some rest and kind of relax, and hop off here for the night. But I just wanted, to say thank you, Blanca, for coming. Thank you for coming to this chat and whatnot. Um, yep, for sure. Yep, for sure. I agree with that. No problem. Alrighty, alrighty, Blanca. Well, hope you have a great night. Be sure to, hit the like button as always, and um, be sure to comment down, or not comment down. I'm doing a live stream. I keep forgetting I'm not doing a video. With that being said, though, man, thank you for coming into the chat, everyone. Whoever sees this later, be sure to comment down below, hit the like button still. It'll be greatly appreciated. Um, Good night, everyone.